The Philippines stands at a crossroads, surrounded by growing threats on all sides and facing challenges that could decide the nation's future. The country, once seen as a peaceful island nation, is now caught in the center of Asia's most dangerous power struggle, and its military is racing against time to prepare for what could be one of the most unpredictable decades in its history. Today, we look at the modern military challenges facing the Philippines, challenges that will test its strength, its strategy, and its survival. The first and biggest challenge is the rising tension in the South China Sea, a vast stretch of ocean rich in oil, gas, and fish, but more importantly, located at the heart of global trade routes every year. Trillions of dollars worth of goods pass through it, and China claims almost all of it, including areas that belong to the Philippines under international law. Chinese ships patrol Philippine waters, building artificial islands, turning reefs into military bases, and even blocking Filipino fishermen from their own territories. The most famous is the West Philippine Sea, where incidents between Chinese and Filipino vessels happen almost every month. Chinese Coast Guard ships use water cannons and lasers to scare off Philippine boats, sometimes even ramming them, despite international rulings that favor the Philippines. China continues to push its control. This has forced the Philippine military to stay on constant alert, but the truth is the Philippines' Navy and Air Force are still developing compared to China's powerful fleet of destroyers, submarines, and fighter jets. That means the country must rely heavily on alliances and strategic defense rather than direct confrontation. Another major challenge is modernization. For years, the Philippine military has focused on internal threats like terrorism, insurgencies, and natural disasters. But now the world has changed. Wars are no longer just fought on land, they are fought in the air, on the sea, in cyberspace, and even in social media. The Philippine Armed Forces are working hard to modernize their equipment, buying new fighter jets, warships, and radar systems. But upgrading an entire military takes time and money, and the country's budget limits how fast it can keep up with regional powers like China and Japan that already have advanced technology. Still, the Philippines is pushing forward, building partnerships with the United States, Japan, Australia, and even South Korea. These alliances help train soldiers, share intelligence, and strengthen defense systems, but they also bring another challenge: balancing diplomacy. China remains one of the Philippines' largest trading partners, while the United States is its oldest ally. Leaning too close to one side could lead to economic or political backlash, and finding that balance is a constant challenge for the government. The next problem is internal security. While the world focuses on foreign threats, the Philippines still faces domestic conflicts. Rebel groups in Mindanao like the Abu Sayyaf and remnants of ISIS-affiliated organizations continue to operate in remote areas, conducting kidnappings and bombings. Although greatly weakened, these groups remain dangerous and force the military to divide its attention between external defense and internal peacekeeping. This split focus drains resources that could have been used for modernization. Another growing concern is cyber warfare. As technology advances, more attacks happen. Online, hackers can steal military secrets, disrupt communications, or even shut down government systems. The Philippines is building its cyber defense programs, but it's still behind compared to nations that already invest heavily in artificial intelligence and digital warfare. The modern battlefield is no longer just about bullets and tanks. It's about information control, and the Philippines must learn to fight in this new, invisible war. Climate change also adds a surprising but serious military challenge. The Philippines faces some of the strongest typhoons on Earth every year, and natural disasters destroy infrastructure, drain military funds, and force soldiers into rescue missions instead of training for national defense. The military must now prepare not only for war, but also for massive natural emergencies. Another issue is the country's geography, made up of more than 7,000 islands. The Philippines is one of the hardest countries in the world to defend. Long coastlines, open seas, and scattered territories make it easy for intruders to enter and difficult for the military to respond quickly. Maintaining surveillance over all these islands requires more ships, aircraft, and coordination than the country currently has. This gives foreign powers opportunities to occupy or claim small territories without being detected until it's too late. But despite all these challenges, there are signs of hope. The Philippines has started its largest military modernization program in history: new fighter jets from South Korea, new warships from Japan, and upgraded radar. Systems from Israel are slowly strengthening its defense, new bases are being built, and joint military exercises with allies are becoming more frequent. The Philippines is also increasing its presence in the West Philippine Sea, building small outposts and placing soldiers on remote islands to assert control, while training local fishermen to act as watchmen of the nation's borders. Another key development is the country's renewed alliance with the United States. The two nations have reactivated military bases, agreements allowing American troops to train and even store defense equipment in the Philippines. This move aims to deter China's aggression, but it also puts the country in a sensitive position because it becomes a potential target if regional conflict breaks out. Japan and Australia have also pledged support by providing ship surveillance planes and defense training, turning the Philippines into a strategic partner in maintaining peace in the Pacific. Yet these partnerships come with risk. They could drag the Philippines into conflicts it's not ready for, and some fear that relying too much on foreign allies could weaken its own independence. This is why the government is also investing in self-reliance programs, developing local shipbuilding industries, defense manufacturing and technology centers to strengthen its own capabilities at home. One of the most overlooked but important challenges is the morale of the troops. Filipino soldiers are some of the bravest in the world, but they often work with limited resources, outdated weapons, and underfunded facilities. Yet they continue to fight, protect, and serve through natural disasters, insurgencies, and border tensions. Their dedication is what keeps the nation safe and what gives the Philippines its true military strength. The biggest test now is time. Will the country be able to modernize fast enough to face future conflicts before they arrive? Because the tension in the Pacific is rising, and experts warn that the next big conflict might not start in Europe or the Middle East, but right here in Asia, and the Philippines will be right at the center of it. If that happens, the world will look to see whether the nation, known for its resilience and courage, can stand its ground against the giants around it. The modern military challenges facing the Philippines are not just about weapons and war. They are about survival, independence, and the future of an entire generation. The battle for the South China Sea, the race for modernization, the fight against terrorism, the defense against cyber attacks, and the struggle against nature itself all combine to form one of the most complex defense challenges of any country today. But one thing is certain: the Philippines has never been one to back down from a fight. Its history is filled with heroes who stood their ground against empires and invaders. And now, as it faces the pressures of modern warfare, it carries that same spirit forward. The Philippines may not have the largest army or the most advanced weapons, but it has something even stronger: the will to defend its freedom. No matter the odds, the modern challenges are great, but so is the courage of the Filipino people. And that courage may be the one weapon that ensures the nation's survival in an uncertain world.